how we based. Then your son, we're gonna do it like this, all cities. Listen up. The Parliament Houses, War Memorial, the High Court, the National Library, scenery to die for, easy living, good schools and low crime. A few corrupt cops, but we try to pay it no mind. Council Tower, the Florian Flowers, the legal brothel, TVB attraction station, the Summer National Muzzle, the National Gallery, the Mint, making your money, the Canberra Raiders and Vikings, plus the ACT Brumbies, and that's Canberra. I'm just saying this.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another walk with me from Aspie with Attitude. If you're watching this for the first time, my name is David. I'm from Melbourne, and obviously this is Australia here. I'm autistic. I have some speech difficulty, a speech impairment, and I have speaking syndrome, and that's why I call myself an Aspie. And now, this is the first ever walk with me video outside of Melbourne, which is Canberra. What that place here is, it's actually the Parliament House, the heart of Australian politics here. What I'll be doing is showing you around the lake in Canberra, which is the nation's capital of Australia. And please, come along and walk with me. Yeah, let's check out Canberra.
In the season.
This new Parliament House is opened back in 1988 to commemorate 200 years after the arrival and when Australia first saw civilisation as it stands today. So what happened was, there was a bit of a debate back in 1901 whether if it's going to be Sydney or Melbourne to be the nation's capital. What they've decided to do was, they decided to put a nation's capital in between Sydney and Melbourne, which now is today Canberra. And this building is expected to last another few centuries before they may upgrade, and depending how long democracy is going to last in this country. So who knows? This video is not about politics, it's all about me going for a walk around Canberra, and please still come walk with me as we check out Canberra in Australia. Now, here we go. This is the old Parliament House, the one I told you that opened in 1927, and they've stopped using this back in 1988, since they've already got a new Parliament House right behind the old one. Since it was very temporary that they actually used this, pretty much throughout the first half of the 20th century up till 1988, and these days it's just your regular museum. Now, in this walk with me video, I will not be going inside Parliament House, since there's more to Canberra than Parliament House. And please, continue the walk with me adventure from Aspie with Attitude, and I hope you're enjoying the nation's capital of Australia, Canberra. Now, while I'm relaxing in the parliamentary gardens here, since it's all connected to Old Parliament House, while I sit down, I'm just going to show you some of the photos that I've taken back in January 2008 when I was over in Canberra. Well, anyway, I don't like polo shirts these days, but this is the phase I went through when I only just turned 28 years old. And generally just like me going to some amazing sites around Canberra. Since I travelled there back in January 2008 with my cousin back then. And also had a very great time going there. Well, this time, this is all about YouTube videos from Aspie with Attitude. And now, as I finish the slideshow, now the slideshow is just done. I'm going to continue on with this walk with me video from Aspie with Attitude. Come along and walk with me. And now, this is how far I actually walked. Oh yes, such amazing distance. Getting both Parliament houses in for one video episode for Walk With Me. Oh, this is absolutely so cool. And I'm absolutely loving this adventure from Walk With Me. The first one to be done in any cities away from parks around Melbourne. And you can see the old ones just out the front. And we see the big giant flag and the four-legged, I think it's tripod or quadpod. I can't even say where it is. But anyway, that's the new Parliament House. And I'm just going to actually show you the rest of Canberra, just hanging around the waterfront. And here we go. Yeah, so I put my hand away. And yeah, this is just so cool. Like, yeah, it's just a war memorial over there. And there's actually quite a bit over here and over there. This is the shops, so I won't be filming over here. And I'm going to show you Lake George from Aspie with Attitude. Please continue walking with me. Now I finally made it to Lake Griffith, which is actually the lake right in the middle of Canberra. Since now I've left Parliament House behind. And it's even always happened that there's a water jet, which is absolutely so cool that they have that. I wouldn't mind just showing you some of the buildings that would actually build Australia as a continental nation. What I mean by having a single country on a large continent, maybe size of China or Canada. So like, this is Australia for you, and please continue to walk with me from Aspie with Attitude. And over there, this is the Canberra High Court, the highest court in all of Australia. So it's been there for quite a while, and I wouldn't be too sure when this building was built. Anyway, that's where it's located as I continue to move on.
In the season. In the season.
And now here I am. What happens in this building here? This is where the Australian coins are stamped. So this is the Royal Mint, the coin factory, which is actually pretty much close to all government buildings are. That's where they make a legal tender, I should be saying. Oh yes, this is so cool. Like, in that direction was the High Court that I showed you. In between the Mint and the High Court was the Parliament houses that I showed you earlier. And pretty much on the other side of Lake Griffith was the Anzac Shrine. So basically, this is all I basically want to show you of Canberra. It's just all the notable buildings. Since there's so many government buildings around, I'm not going to film more. There's not meant to be a long video. Please continue to walk with me from Aspie with Attitude.
One for the double, two for the bass. One for the double, two for the bass. One for the double, two for the bass.
Got style, got class, from this and teaser.
In front of the Royal Mint, this is a fountain of peace. This is just something I saw while I was actually filming myself walking to and from the Royal Mint in Canberra. And yeah, it's gonna show you this for a moment. Yeah, the symbol of peace and the white turtle dove with the olive leaf. And that's what my purpose in life is all about, is peace. This means peace and respect from Aspie with Attitude. Well, here's another bonus for my Walk With Me adventures from Aspie with Attitude. I'm right on top of Black Mountain, where we saw this tower earlier, in between two Parliament houses, which was the new and the old, which gives you a reasonable bird's eye view of the entire city of Canberra, the nation's capital. And I'm going to continue on walking around Canberra with Aspie with Attitude. Come along and walk with me. Now, as a bonus for my adventure in Canberra from Aspie with Attitude, walk with me. I'm happy to be on the Queen Elizabeth II Island, which this tower was actually built in 1969 and 1970, just to mark the Golden Jubilee from the Queen. And I'm just not really sure if this is meant to be the gift from the royal family of England. However it is, here it is. So like, my first visit at Queen Elizabeth II Island in Canberra, which is in the middle of Lake Griffith.
And we come from a place where hip hop ain't shit here, but people like me and Daniel, and we holding this place down. And this beat's alright, man. I like this beat. You gotta turn up pianos, but sounds good. But we're gonna send this one out to all you, but Canberra pay all the way. How we beast. Then your son, we're gonna do it like this, all cities. Listen up. The Parliament Houses, War Memorial, the High Court, the National Library, scenery to die for, easy living, good schools and low crime. A few corrupt cops, but we try to pay it no mind. Council Tower, the Florida Flowers, the legal brothel, Tibbetts tracking station, the Summer National Muzzle, the National Gallery, the Mint, making your money, the Canberra Raiders and Vikings, plus the ACT Brumbies, and that's Canberra. I'm just setting this